everyone, my name is Courtney, the face behind Creative on the Cheap. If you love all things budget-friendly home decor, DIYs, Cricut hacks and tutorials, and so much more, I would love to have you join me on social media. Today we will be creating a home decor piece using supplies from the May Expressions Vinyl subscriber box. So out of your box, you want to start by grabbing some of the matte Oracle 651 vinyl. You want to grab your 10 by 10 wooden canvas blank, and then check that inbox and grab the SVG for the Wi-Fi sign. Now let's get creating. Let's kick off this project by prepping our wooden canvas. So I've decided for this project to use stain and paint. Typically when I'm doing both of those in one project, I always like to do my staining first because that paint can then cover up any little drips I might get. So to start, I took some painter's tape and did tape off the inside of this wooden canvas to protect it. And then using some of the Varathane stain in the color Early American, I'm going to put one coat of this on here. Now I do like this stain because it's a nice medium colored stain. It's not too dark and it's not too light. Once the stain is on there, I'm ready to paint the inside. I'm going to be using the Waverly chalk paint in the color white. And instead of taping off my frame, one of these little hacks that I like to do is just to use a plastic sheet. This is just a plastic stencil sheet scrap that I have. Kind of hold it up against the stained frame portion and then paint. And that way I don't get white paint on my stain. While our sign is drying, go ahead and grab that free SVG that was inside of your email inbox for the month of May. When I am making signs, I like to make a template of my sign so that when I am designing my SVGs and decals, I can make sure that it's going to fit. So the wooden canvas was a 10 by 10, but the actual workable space was 9 by 9. So you want to make sure to make a box 9 by 9, and now we can kind of play around with our SVG. I decided I wanted to add some words to this because this is a sign that's going to go in my guest room that will provide the password to our Wi-Fi for any of our guests. So I kind of flipped through text and I decided to put "Be Our Guest" at the top. Once I got everything sized, I didn't like that random dark leaf at the bottom, so I did remove that before I grouped and attached my SVG. And then I went ahead and sent this over to my Cricut Maker 3 to be cut. I grabbed my design off the mat from my Cricut Maker 3, and now it's time to weed. Now, this particular design did have the word network and password with it, but I actually got a different idea to put that information on my sign. So I'm not going to be including that, so I just weeded those off as well. Once I got it all nice and cleaned and ready to go, I grabbed the transfer tape that was included in the box, applied it to my vinyl cutout decal, and then attached this to the sign. Now for the Wi-Fi password, this is what I decided to do. I wanted to have, instead of putting down vinyl and then when you have to change the password, pulling off that vinyl, I decided I wanted to add a little chalkboard element. So this is just a painter's stick that I had in my stash from the Home Depot. You can pick up a huge pack of these for really inexpensive. And I cut it down with my miter shears and then gave it 2 good coats of chalkboard paint. Once that was nice and painted, I took some chalk and kind of seasoned it, as they say, and then I'm able to just write my password on there in chalk and change it as we change the Wi-Fi password in our home. And here is the finished project, all ready to be displayed in your home. If you decide to make this project, don't forget to tag Expressions Vinyl and at Creative on the Cheap. We always love to see your work. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting.